and to perform my duties in exclusive interest of the nation.
Welcome back to the Ben Breakfast Show, and if you're just tuning in, I'm Kalisha Johnson, of course, and this is the Ben Breakfast Show. Now, before the break, we were talking about a number of controversial topics that are in the news, and I ended it with saying I had special guests in studio. So, my first special guests that are on the hot seats this morning are from the amazing urban new movie. It is called The Intent, and if you haven't seen it, you're really, really missing out. But without further ado, they're going to talk about the movie in more detail. So I have Nicky and Sarah from the movie. Hello, welcome to the Ben Breakfast Show. How are you?
We're good. Good morning.
Good morning. Yes. See, that's what I like. I like people wearing bright colors because I wear bright colors as well. So you got your red, you have your red, well, your shade of red. Wine. Yeah, that's what I'm calling it. Wine. And have royal purple. Yes, we're all in the same kind of family. So, Nicky and Sarah, The Intent.
Yes.
Dun, 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 you know.
It's our new movie, which is out now. It's available on iTunes. It's available in the cinema as well. It's a great movie.
And lots of other platforms as well, isn't it? Amazon.
Amazon. It's out there right now, so you have to go and see it.
Amazing.
Definitely.
Can you give us a brief, little spoiler? Tell us a little bit what it's about.
Goodness, no spoilers.
No, okay, no spoilers. Yeah.
But it's kind of, in brief, it's set in London, so it's very, it's very London. So anyone who knows London will just love it because they'll see lots of the backdrop as well. But it's set in London, and it's around two gangs. And one gets into kind of armed robbery. Oh, all right. And then it follows as well what kind of happens to them through their journey of kind of going. Going on.
Sarah plays the main police officer who's interrogating the gangs.
So you're the hottie that's going after the baddies. Yes, I like that.
Yeah, I think she likes that.
Yeah, it's better than most people who see it. They just say you're mean. I'm like a dog with a bone. My character, she's amazing.
I love that. So Nicky, please tell us a little bit about the movie because you are the genius, the brain, the engine.
Well, the film's called The Intent. It's my second feature film. I made a film before called It's a Lot with the charity, the ACLT. It's about two gangs in London who's been infiltrated by an undercover police officer. One of their best friends is the undercover police officer.
Oh, wow.
So we're just showing you like what's happening in London and that if you do crime, it doesn't pay. It's not good to do crime. Do you understand? So we're showing you like what is happening out there with the young generation and stuff like that. And we bring some Christian values into the film. So there's one of the gentlemen who's in the gangs turns to Christ and he turns to God and he goes on the right path. So we're just sort of trying to show the pros and cons of what's going on in London with a young generation and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sounds amazing. I love that. So what was the, should I say, the inspiration behind that? Because obviously this idea didn't just fly from the sky. What was the thing that went off like a light bulb in your head that was like, ooh?
Well, for me, I've been brought up on a lot of American movies, like Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society. They're like classic American films that showed what was going on in America but had a powerful message. And I felt that we could do this in the UK, so I felt that if I could make a film what the young audience could understand and it is action-filled but has a message in it as well, what can teach them the rights and wrongs as well as them seeing action, because we still want to see action, we still want to be entertained. So I felt that if I got a lot of young music artists who the young generation like to look up to, it will be a good fix. So I got Krypton Conan, who are massive urban stars. I got Becky, I got Scorcher, all in their acting debuts, and it was really, it went down really well. I also put my young daughter in it for her first time. Her name's Iman. She done her first acting experience in the film, and she done really well. So I think it's doing amazing right now. It's doing really well on iTunes. All the cinemas were sold out across the UK.
Excellent.
And we're just continue promoting the film.
I absolutely
love
went
that.
in number 14, didn't it? On the day it opened at midnight, it was number 14 in iTunes. By about midday, it was number 3.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
So we was going up against big films like Jason Bourne,
like
Finding Deadpool,
Okay.
Finding Nemo, Finding Dory.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Well, we found Nemo, but we gotta find Dory. Yeah, I love that. But you know what? I think it's so great that you are UK directors, producers, actresses that are giving back to the UK market. I mean, me being from the States with Trinidadian parents, you know, I think I've seen a lot of American movies, as you said, because I'm from there. But I think it's so amazing to see good quality films, you know, being made over here. It's not like kind of like American replicas.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? Like something that is authentically British.
Yeah, well, there's a great market in the British cinema. We just have to continue making black content. There's not a lot of portrayal of black people in the cinema from the UK. If we do get it, it's always American based.
True.
So I want to sort of change that in the UK. I want to start making a lot of black content, a lot of black films, a lot of black TV programs, because we're here, like, do you understand? And there's so many talented people in the young community, in the black community, and I think we need to show that, and we need to have more black filmmakers, and there needs to be more diversity on TV and in film.
Of course.
And showing that the film's done so well, there is a market for it.
Of course.
So for us to be in the top 10 against major Hollywood films, it shows you that people do want to see the UK music and UK film. People do want to see, there's a demand for it.
Definitely.
So we've got to continue supplying that demand.
You know, I think that deserves a round of applause. I'll clap it up for you. Yes, I definitely will.
But I
that
think as
really
well,
does.
just to say, I think one of the things you said about good quality, and I think that's really important. One thing that feedback I've received from people who've watched this film, and they've said, you know, they hear independent, urban, and they just think it's going to be a certain standard, and they're like, wow. It's such high quality. It's so amazing. From the script, the writing, the production, and people are, and it shows that we can produce these high quality things. And I think we're showing that, you know, Britain can do that too.
No, of course. Now I need to ask you, Nikki, how difficult was it getting artists, musical artists, to show up on time on set? Because I mean, I'm not saying I'm the most experienced presenter, but I've been doing this for like close to a year and a half, actually 2 years, something like that. And to get artists to interviews on time,
it's very difficult.
It is a reach. It is. You have to literally kind of tell them, oh yeah, if the show is at 12, you have to be like, oh, it's at 10, you know, so they show up on time. How was it getting them on film?
It was very difficult. Rappers don't wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning because our call time was like 6 a.m., 8 a.m. and stuff like that. So it was very difficult, but they were very keen and they was very excited about being in a movie. So they was really professional, to be honest. They did turn up on time. But we had to make sure that we was calling them. We had their cars outside their house and stuff like that. We had to make sure we had their breakfast and everything ready for them. But they all got there on time, so it was good.
No, that's really good. Now, I was speaking this morning earlier about a story that I saw in the Metro with Stormzy, you know, making it his mission, rather, should I say, to give back to underprivileged youths and to be an inspiration and to show people that come from his background or his ends, as we say, you know, that if he can make it, then they can definitely make it. What are your thoughts on, you know, young people that are trying to get out of essentially, you know, bad backgrounds? What kind of advice would you be able to give to them?
I would literally say to them, don't let any situation stop you from being who you are. Even though your background could put you in a certain circumstance, I feel that you need to just try to reach out to people that can help you. If it's your local school, if it's your local community, if it's your local church, and reach out to people like myself and Sarah. Like, we're always willing to help young 100%. Generation and stuff like that. You can hit us on our Instagrams, our Twitters, social network. There's always people willing to help. So I would just say always like know where you want to get in life and try to not let your circumstance hold you back, because it's good to dream. It's good. It's good to have faith and believe in what you can do. And for me, I come from a Christian background, so I pray and I talk to God and I believe in God, and God guides me, and I believe that with God you can do anything.
Most definitely.
So I would literally say to those people, like, literally just know what you want to be and go for it. And if you can't find somebody, or you just ask for help. A lot of people are shy to ask for help.
So true,
and I think that's the easiest thing to say. Look, this is what I want to do. Do you know how to help me? Do you know where I can go? And get a good education. I would always say to everybody, study, like go to school, learn, like get that foundation, go to college, like be around people who want to do the same things as you. Be around like-minded, and don't go under peer pressure. Don't get into gangs. Stay away from drugs. And be on the right road, because you can be anything you want to be.
Absolutely, just believe in yourself. If that's what you really want to do, you've got to believe it. It can take a long time, especially in this type of industry. It can take a very long time, but if you keep believing, and I think nowadays with social networks and stuff, you can reach out. Back in the day, you couldn't just go and ask your favourite film star, what do you think I should do? But now you can literally tweet them, and a lot of the time they will get back to you. They really will. If they see hunger in somebody and passion, they can. And you know, there's stories of people taking people under their wing and like becoming assistant, you know, camera assistants and things like that, because people have gone, this is what I really want to do, can you help me?
Of course. I really love that you hit that nail on the head, both of you, you know, because I was just gonna ask you, you know, Sarah, you being with involved in this movie as an actress, how did you actually get your start in acting? Because I know for a fact that basically, there are a number of people that are watching, because we have a few two guests that are coming in. They're from a program called Music Potential. It's run by Capital Extra. So big shout out to Capital Extra MPX class that are watching. Yes, they are really like amazing. I was privileged to be part of that team as well, and they're really phenomenal, musically gifted, and just talented in acting in all different types of ways. But the thing is, the question that we always ask is like, how do you get your foot in the door? Do you know what I mean? Like, how do you get in? What would you say to people that are watching?
It is difficult, but again, it comes from belief and passion. There's lots of different ways in. For me, I went to university and I did a degree in drama. And then I left my university and I just worked hard. Networking is really good, and again made a lot easier. When I graduated, there wasn't things like Twitter and stuff, you know. I had to face to face go out to like every networking event I could go to. So networking is good because people can give you ins that way, or at least give you advice. Get, you know, even if it's when you're first starting out in the acting terms, get into like shorts and you know, things like that, even if they're unpaid, because it will all give you A, experience, B, contacts, and C, showreel material, because people need that. People need that. The first thing they're going to say is, well, what can you show me? You know, are you in anything theatre-wise or TV-wise? Once you've built up a bit of a showreel, then you can start going and seeing if you can get an agent. But it's about having drive. You need to be 100% focused on it, meeting people, always being prepared to, you know, if you meet the right person, to, you know, show them what you've got. And confidence. I remember when I first started, and I grew up in the country, so I was like quite shy when I first came to London. You wouldn't believe it now. And I kind of, through networking, met a director who kind of mentored me a bit, and he taught me confidence of networking, because it's not an easy thing to go up to someone and be like, I'm Sarah Akokhia, I'd like to work with you.
It's so not.
But funnily enough, the reason why I'm here today is because I did that with Femi. He came to see me in a show. So Femi is Nicky's business partner. And he saw me in a theatre show and said, oh, I really liked what you did. And I said, well, I really like what you do. You know, I know you're acting, stuff like that. And 4 or 5 years later, I'm sat here. So it does work.
Absolutely amazing. I love that. Now, Nicky, I have to ask you, not to be all up in your business or anything like that, you know, but obviously this movie didn't, you know, make itself. You know, it didn't make itself. Was there, some sort of funding?
Well, it took us
program,
literally 2 years to make this film and get it out to the cinema. We went around and met private investors. And that took a long time, because you got to go and you got to pitch your script, and you got to pitch your business model, and you got to make people believe in your dream and believe in the film. It was very difficult, but we had a track record from our last film, so people sort of believed that we was able to do it. but it's still hard to convince people to part with their money to trust
I know.
to go and make a film, because everybody thinks you're dreaming big, and everybody thinks like, why don't you go and get a real job? Why don't you go and do this? And you're trying to fulfill your dream, and you're trying to do what you love, because I always say, like, if you do not love what you're doing, it's hard to be good at it. And I love making films, and I love watching films. So for me, it was a great journey, it was a great experience, but anyone can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Of course. And I just want to encourage everybody to, if you believe you can do something, just continue going it. Don't let nobody tell you can't, because at a time I thought that The Intent was never going to come out, and it came out, and it's gone to number 3 in the charts, and we're independent, and we're up there with like the major Hollywood films, like, and people are taking notice now. The phone is calling, major studios want to speak to us, and it's bringing more opportunities, and I'm going to be able to give more young actors and more other people opportunities. So it's just about us working together, and people like yourself giving us opportunities to come on here and tell our story, and tell everybody to go out and get our film. So you must go and buy The Intent now. Buy The Intent. Which camera am I looking at? Buy The Intent now. It's on iTunes. It's on all platforms. It's on DVD, and it's in the cinema still. So take your girlfriend out and go and watch it.
Definitely. Now, you know what I love? I love the passion that both of you are showing. Like, you absolutely are both passionate about what you do. How important is that in making it?
Literally,
it's everything.
I think the passion is what drives you, because you can't get into this business thinking about money, because this industry is, you gotta love what you're doing. Sometimes you won't see money for such a long time, so you gotta have passion, you gotta have drive, you gotta love what you're doing. I always tell everybody who's getting into the film industry, don't get into it expecting to be a millionaire overnight, because it doesn't happen like that. You gotta love what you're doing, and you gotta be just doing it for the love of it. And then once you're successful at it, everything else comes. So you have to love what you're doing. If you ain't got a passion for it, it's just a very tough industry. There's so many knockbacks, there's so many disappointments. So you've got to be tough-skinned.
People think it's so glamorous, and it can be at times, but I think it's probably 80% not glamorous and 20% glamorous, and there's so much graft and hard work and downtimes, like really downtimes that come into it, that if you're not passionate, it's not worth it. But it's the passion that keeps you going through those downtimes. And there's
a lot of sacrifice as well. Your family sacrifice with you, because you're trying to fulfill this dream, you're trying to get to this level, and financially you may not be bringing in the income that you need to support your family, and they're going through the journey with you, because they're your support mechanism and stuff like that. So you definitely got to surround yourself with people who believe in you, who see your vision, and can help you as well, because it's not easy, but we can all get there.
Of course we can, definitely. You know, I'm a firm believer in that. I have great faith in what I do. I know it's not always the easiest, you know, and especially like, because when you're first starting out, you have to build your show reel. You're doing stuff for free. Your parents are like, when is the money coming in? Get a real job. What are you doing? Your friends are looking at you like you crazy. You know what I mean? But
we know that
when they see you actually making it, and people starting to take notice, they're like, okay, hang on.
Yeah, it's working.
Okay, okay. So you wanted that 100 pounds? Here you go. You know, it's easier now, to ask for money, because they see something physical
like fruitioning, isn't it?
Exactly.
Definitely.
It's absolutely amazing. So, any final words?
My final word is make sure you go and buy The Intent now. It's out. You can go to our website as well and order a DVD, www.theintent.co.uk.
Follow us on Instagram on @TheIntent, or on Twitter on @TheIntentMovie as well. Just follow, support, buy. It's an amazing movie, and it's an inspiring movie as well. What Femi and Nicky have done is unbelievable. It's awesome, and it's an inspiration. So for that alone, let alone the fact that it's an amazing film as well.
Of course, of course. I love the story behind it, and I love the inner workings. I just love everything about it. You know, you got faith. You have strong faith in God, which I have as well. You know, you have persistence, perseverance, dedication. You have a real strong, storyline. We have a hottie, chasing after the baddies. And of course, we have extraordinarily gifted actors and artists that are involved and that come together to make it a success. So
thank you.
Nikki and Sarah, thank you so much for being here this morning. Come back with the next one. Yeah, definitely. Come back. Please, thank you. Thank you so much. So viewers, that was Nikki and Sarah from the movie Intent. Make sure that you go out and watch the movie. I mean, it is phenomenal to see Black cinema at a high quality and at its finest, especially UK, cinema. Let's go out and support our own in the UK. Forget about all those American movies. They got their market. We have our market in the UK. Come out and support your brothers and sisters, okay? So we're gonna go for a quick break, and after the break, I will be joined by another guest who is ready to go. So don't go anywhere. It is the Ben Breakfast Show.
Bakery worker? Do you work at night or day?
Night.
Where's he now?
He's a street musician. Can you imagine?
Tomorrow morning, go to any traveling agent and buy yourself a ticket and go back home.
Congratulations, and welcome to Nero Fashion.
It's perfect. Perfect! My dream is to see the Nero fashion workers benefit from the resources of the company.
Che mi a dire Summer Collection.
You know what? Why don't you go back to Africa with this Gololo shit, whatever it's called?
What are you talking about?
Ah, come on.
President, it has never happened in the history of our republic.
When a prime minister appoints an African origin as a minister.
Minister? Mom, you? Just like when you say, Daddy will come back to see me.
Every day, hundreds of African youths arrives on Lampedusa shores.
If there is freedom to travel, there will be no African soul that die in Lampedusa. I swear to be faithful to the Republic, to observe faithfully the Constitution and laws, and to perform my duties in exclusive interest of the nation.
On Ben TV, I've actually been on the channel, yeah.
Ben TV!
The Osasa Show is a one-stop development program that focuses on the promotion and implementation of sustainable development